I loved it. And it's also their D coordinator was the one that cut me in Carolina. So it was a lot of stuff was personal today.
What is up, Bucs fans? It's a great Monday. It's Victory Monday, and the Buccaneers are 3-0 on the season, first time since 2005 when we had the great Cadillac Williams running over people. Just John Gruden and his stubbornness and pounding the rock. That was great times. But the Buccaneers, this current team, 3-0, Mark. It feels good. How are you doing? You got that strong goatee, just looking nice and sharp.
It's sharp, all right. The wife gets upset sometimes. I cut her, but it's 3-0. It's looking good. It was three very stressful games, but nonetheless, we won the games. And we've talked about this every week now. It's like these are games that we usually lost last year. So the fact that we're learning how to win tough games and to stay consistent and to find a way to add all those inches at the end of the game to win the game, right? It's a game of inches, but there's plenty of areas where we missed on or just half a second too late or too early, right? Like the movie.
Yeah.
And we've been messing up, but we're winning. So, but it can't catch up to you if you don't fix these mistakes, right? A lot of this is injury result riddled, but either way, you're winning and you're finding ways to continue moving the ball.
Yep. Good to see Matt in here. He's saying the goatee keeps getting darker. That's awesome. Cannon Fire, good to see you through 3 weeks. Mecca, Abuka, again, making great plays. We'll go over one of those later on in this live stream. Baker playing at a very high level. So, yeah, I mean, it's hopefully that continues. And it's just crazy to think. I mean, we'll get into this. And yet again, another injury for the Buccaneers offense. Unfortunately, the star receiver, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but another guy goes down. Already dealing with the shuffled offensive line. You got everyone out of position, and you're hoping for some good news. And again, we'll get into that later in the show when we get into some of the Eagles, things as far as that matchup goes. But yeah, I mean, just a gut check performance by the Buccaneers. Unfortunately, I mean, they pretty much controlled the whole game. You're up 23-6 going into the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, the defense, I think once they got into that fourth quarter, they got a little gassed, in my opinion. Either that or they just took their foot off the gas. Like, you need to continue to play the same way. And this is something we discussed yesterday. Like, when you're sending these pressures or playing certain styles of coverage, you got to match that intensity and make sure that coverage and rush is matching. Like, if you're going to play aggressive blitz, then the coverage needs to be that way. So that way, where the ball is going to be out. Got to have guys in position to make plays on the football. I mean, you sent me the one today about Logan Hall. Logan Hall dropping back to a spot. He's not in the right spot, of course, and the ball is completed by him because he wasn't where he's supposed to be. And of course, good job by Vita Vea. Actually got into him on that one, saying you got to be here, not wherever the hell you were going. Like, that's the biggest thing. So just little things defensively, but they still played great. We'll talk about Jamel Dean. Turnovers happened in this game, and a big one with the pick six. And then Antoine Winfield, I think it shows how much importance he brings to this team as far as Antoine. He has just been the playmaker back there, and then just the interchangeable piece between him and Tyke Smith has been outstanding to watch.
Yeah, one thing on defense, second half, yes, they kind of took it off the gas pedal, but also, like, I was watching, like, the new guy, Elijah Simmons, massive individual. Yes, he almost looks like Vita Vea, but bigger. I like, if you look at them next to each other, they had a few snaps like that. I was like, holy shit, how is he that big? Like, Vita Vea looks like abnormal to anyone else, but this guy looks about the same. Yep. And yes, Dean pick six, Bucs won a championship. But, like, no, Simmons he needs to get his head in the playbook a little bit more, because there were times where he was just blindly pushing the guy backwards and the run's going right at him, and there's a gaping hole. So I saw that twice where normally we're defensively sound against the run and just gaping holes twice and then he immediately got off the field. But like, so that ruins momentum, changes the side of the football where you're on the wrong side of the 50, right? So, I mean, there were times where that would happen, but I mean, it's not going to blame it on one player. But then again, if Dean doesn't pick that ball off and score you a touchdown, you probably don't win the game. So that's probably why you have him up there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a huge play. Again, right before half, you go up 20-6, and that was just give you extra boost going into the second half, and just a great play by him. Again, and just heck of play by Emeka Egbuka, making one-handed catches over Sauce Gardner. Another professional game from him. Came down with
background too.
Yep, Todd in the background. And it's great. I should have got the photo with him and Chris Godwin. I thought that was outstanding. Godwin cheering him on. And hopefully we get good news and we see Chris Godwin this week come back. That would be outstanding. But these were just two really big plays that were just great to see. And you look at the stats again, a lot of good things. We had 4 sacks on the game. We did a good job of containing, and people forget, like, a lot of these yards that Tyrod Taylor had, it all came in that fourth quarter. And we were holding, I think, the Jets under, I think they had like under 130 yards total of offense going into that fourth quarter. Like, it was pretty low. And then they, obviously got those 2 drives and got most of the yards there. Run defense, again, outstanding, holding, the Jets under 100 yards. The Buccaneers get over 100 yards for the 11th straight time, which is just crazy to think about. And offensively, again, just a nice, well-balanced game. And Sterling Shepard, we're probably going to have a film study of him later this week. But him and Egbuka really came up big. Mike Evans, again, was doing a lot of good things early on in the game. 4 catches. He did have a couple ones he probably wants to have back. He had 2 drops, unfortunately. But he did get a touchdown first of the year. And then Bucky Irving, I thought, was really good in the passing game, just making a lot of people miss. He had one that was for 25 yards and really outstanding there. Defensively, again, the Jets, we did a good job of containing their passing game. Really, it's Garrett Wilson and Garrett Wilson. That's all they have. So, you let him get his yardage, and for the most part, they did a good job of holding him down. Alan Lazard, it wasn't a catch. It should have been a turnover on downs. But yeah, we made plays, and Yaya Diaby, another one we're probably going to have a film study of. He had his best game, I think, as a pro in this one. He had 10 pressures, a sack. He was everywhere. Really good game from him. So a lot of good things to talk about. Obviously, there's concerns that we'll get into, but a lot of good stuff for the Buccaneers being 3-0.
A lot of talking points about what you said. So Sterling Shepard, you mentioned we should probably do a film study. Yes. The guy through the first 3 weeks has been so consistent, so electric, and just a sure-handed guy. Like last year when we first got him, it was like, what the hell's going on? It was like iffy. He would get it. Sometimes even a 4th down where he was wide the hell open. I think it was in the Giants game.
Yeah.
Right, where he dropped the ball. And I was like, damn, come on now. But like this year, sure-handed. His routes were crisp and like electric out of the route. Like there's a play where to me it's not necessarily a miss, but like Egbuka got the first down, ended up being a goal line drive. But if he looks to the left, Sterling Shepard's wide the hell open. He did like a comeback and go, like immediately wide the hell open. But it's what you're reading the field. So, but either way, when you're not watching just who caught the ball, he's making routes look ridiculous and he's getting open. So it's yes, losing Mike likely for a few weeks now is going to suck, but knowing that you have guys that have been in the offense and that can just not necessarily next guy up, because no one can replace Mike Evans as a walking Hall of Famer, but at least you have guys that can do it, improve. I mean, Ibuka just literally shows he could be a number one at any moment. And then you have guys like Sterling Shepard, hopefully Tez and others can step up. But yeah, that's the horrible news of the day right there. Talk about MRI.
Yeah, Mike Evans. So he's going to get an MRI tomorrow. We're hoping that it is a low grade strain, hamstring injury. Unfortunately, this is something Mike Evans knows very well. It's something he's dealt with over the last several years of his career, dating back to 2019. Had it last year, probably shouldn't have played in that Baltimore Ravens game.
No.
And he ended up making it worse. And he was out for 3 games. So I think what you do here, I think you played on the safe side. You play it cautious, especially giving the receiving talent that you have that you just spoke of. I think you feel better. And you also have to remember Cade Otton is still here. Like, this guy can make plays for you if called upon. I think, there was conversations today about, the tight end not being involved in the passing game. Well, you have to look at what they're being asked to do. And a lot of it is to help out this offensive line. A lot of it is to be the underneath option in the short term, short routes for the tight ends. So Cade Otton can still make plays. Like, let's not forget, this guy almost had, I think, close to 70 catches last year. And he was really good down the stretch for this team. So they have pieces that they can incorporate, still have really good running backs that you would love to see used more in the passing game. That is something that I think you can see. So yeah, the injury sucks. I mean, because again, you're about to get Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs back. You would like to see this offense at full health. Hopefully eventually, once we get to the bye week, we will. But yeah, it's just these injuries, like, they can stop. Like, let's just let them end right now and turn the button off. Like, turn injuries off. Let's do it.
And to piggyback off what you said, like, Cade is literally just playing along the line, helping out in any which way possible.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting poor grades on PFF and stuff. I'm like, well, all he's doing is attempting to block or attempting to help out a tackle or attempting to push a running lane. He's not necessarily running that many routes. Nothing's really designed for him, truly.
Yeah.
But then you look at it, when Mike went out, he stepped up and he became option number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we're playing the Eagles, he's like the Eagles beater. Like, every time against the Eagles, he like steps up.
Yeah.
Every time we play him. So you hope there's something in the books for him there. I mean, yes, if Wirfs comes back, then maybe you get some more opportunity for Cade Otton to get out there. But
yeah, I agree.
You guys saw the interior of the O-line. Like, it was getting pushed back left and right.
Mm.
And then what the heck's still out there? I mean, we talked about it earlier today. It's like they tried everything possible not to get him out there. Play Gedeke hurt. Who cares? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's out there. So it's like you're really shuffling a lot in the offensive line. And the biggest piece you got to protect is your quarterback. And your quarterback's making amazing reads, phenomenal reads. Like, he's got the spark notes on the defense right now as he's going through his reads. Yeah, some of it, guys need to catch the ball. Some of it, maybe he throws it a little bit inaccurate, but they're the correct reads.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to have. Like, make sure he stays healthy and upright above all. Because, there were times yesterday, they were running into 8 and 9 man fronts.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, Baker, get us a first down on 3rd and 9. He's like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But he's playing at an extremely high level with the guys that he has in front of him. Just a makeshift offensive line. And he's still keeping us in the games or leading us the entirety of the game. And then when you're asking him, okay, get out there and win it for us, he does it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's almost like when we got that field goal blocked, I was like, no, we'll get in range. We just need to make the damn kick.
Yeah.
And it's a confidence you have in him right now.
Yeah, I think the way Baker's playing, I mean, he is playing really good football right now. And this is, like you said, without full complements of the offense, the offensive line, receivers, weapons, all of it. And to put up a game that he did yesterday, I mean, at times he is carrying this team, and especially the runs that he is making on third down. I mean, look at his rushing numbers so far: 12 carries, 116 yards, averaging almost 10 yards per carry. He's in the top half of the league as far as quarterbacks. He's in the range of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all these guys. He's right there. I think he's third in rushing, I believe, total. So the way he's doing it, and the biggest number I've highlighted here, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That is huge. And even the sack numbers, you don't want to see that, but given the offensive line that you've been dealing with, to only be sacked 6 times, that's a credit to him. 4 against Houston, that was kind of expected just because of the pass rushers that they have. But to only be sacked 1 time against the Jets yesterday, where it seemed like he was getting pressured, here and there at times, but the offensive line definitely in the second half, they adjusted and started playing better. But yeah, just he is playing at another level. And I think if he can continue to do this, and even when we get more pieces back, like, what is this offense going to be capable of? I mean, sky is truly the limit for them. So
Go back to that really quick.
yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't look pretty statistically for passer rating or passing overall. I mean, 106
Yeah, I mean,
yards.
completion percentage is a little low. That's just because of that first game at 53%. Overall rating is pretty good. 99.5, that is good.
Yeah, but we're used to seeing coming off a 4,500 yard season, 40 touchdowns, and so it's like when you see 167, 215, you're like, what is this, Brad Johnson? Back in the day where we're just running the ball. But the thing is, like, in one sense, yes, he's being a game manager. He's winning you the damn game.
That's what matters.
And a lot of this is he's making the correct reads. The accuracy needs to get a little bit better, but this game was pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
First game was, we're like, Baker, tighten it up. And he truly did. But interception worthy throws in this game, I don't really recall. I'm trying to recall if I even remember one.
Yeah, I don't think there was.
Atlanta was a lot. Houston, there was maybe 2.
Right.
This one, I don't think.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that I've seen him adjust to is, and we talked about this a bunch last year. I mean, I remember we talking about it, like he would take a bad play when we had position or we were in position to score points. Remember that? Like that was a constant thing last year where we were in field goal range, or we were in position to get some type of points, whether that's a touchdown or a field goal, and we would have the costly mistakes like either sacks or we'd have interceptions. And that's just something that I haven't seen this year so far, and that I think has been the next step of maturation. And I think that just shows like how much comfortable he is with this scheme, and he fully gets it.
Also, another thing, like his decision making's elite fast right now. I remember with Canales, first year with the Bucs, would hold on to it so long. I'm like, dude, you're asking for a pick.
I mean, go ahead.
I remember that foul, but then a lot of it's like getting used to the guys around you. It's a new team, new offense, and Canales was extremely stubborn. It wasn't one that would change a lot. He'd keep it and say, no, just keep running it.
Yeah.
And he would just, I remember the Falcons game. I was at a point where I'm like, damn, like, is this on Baker just holding it too damn long? When you got guys running into space, you got to throw it. The space is going to go away pretty damn quick if you hold it that long. Right now, he's getting it out. Like I mentioned I think he threw it a little tad too early before Mike could even turn around. It hits Mike in the hands, but still, it was almost the second he turned and hit him in the hands. So I was like, that's when you got to throw in the body if you're going to throw it that fast. But he's doing great in my mind. Like, yes, the numbers don't say it right now, but like you just said, like once we start getting healthier and things start clicking better, but But then again, this is the time we're facing harder defenses. So if he keeps getting better, I don't know what the hell to say. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's just playing the right way. This is a great question here by Matt, talking about Josh Grizzard and, just your overall thoughts on him so far and what you're seeing.
I'll say this. So I can see him developing certain things. Like you saw the first game, they ran the same play 3 times. They saw where the defense was going, where they're biting the whole time. They set it up for the end. Okay, we're going to get this touchdown this time. And it's also not just him alone. He's letting the players kind of take over into it. Like I was saying with Baker, like Baker knows the offense. So he's calling it. He's saying it's your choice now. Cohen used to say it all the time, but Grizzard's kind of extending it. That's what he said on the offseason. He's like, oh, we're going to take it to the next level, right? This is what he means. Like, it's not just his offense. It's allowing those players to be themselves in this offense, to make their decisions. Because he can only call certain things. He's going to call like two plays at the line, and it's up to Baker whether we stay with it or move out of it. And I think he's being extremely safe with Baker right now, not forcing anything, especially with the offensive line the way it is. Now with the lack of weapons that you're going to have. But, I mean, he's doing enough. I think you got to temper your temptation or temper your expectations with him. Thinking he's going to be throwing 40 points up a game like we were last year at certain points.
Yeah.
But when we get healthy, hopefully, you can start seeing that because we still haven't hit 30 yet. Usually if we hit 30, we always win, right? That's like a Buccaneer thing.
Yeah.
We haven't hit it yet. And it's frustrating, but you're winning. So he's getting you in certain situations where you're driving the field every damn down, every field, every possession.
Yeah.
But it's just, let's iron out the little kinks. Is it necessarily Grizzard's issue that we're not scoring? I don't necessarily think it is 100%. I think he's doing enough to show he knows how the hell to run an offense and how to set things up.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I will say in Josh Grizzard, like what I'm seeing is he is definitely mastering as far as setting future things up for not even like that current game he's calling. It's about setting things up down the road. And I can see where he is playing a game right now where, again, he is being smart and how he calls the offense. He understands that, offense overall is lacking at the offensive line. You come into this season, you're expecting a great offensive line because you have 5 guys that are, they were outstanding last year, expecting the same to happen this year if they're healthy. Unfortunately, you've already lost 3 out of the 5, and you got 2 guys playing out of position. So it's strapping them a little bit. It's not allowing Grizzard to call the full arsenal that he wants to get to. And I don't think we have seen it yet. Like, if we get a decent offense line where Wirfs is back at left tackle and you feel confident about whoever's playing right guard, you get a key back eventually at right tackle. I think you're going to see a whole new offense where these running backs are going to be utilized a lot more in the passing game. Like we saw a little bit in preseason, but we haven't seen anything yet as far as the running backs go in the passing game, in my opinion. So, and they're setting things up for that because we're seeing a lot of screen plays. And I think down the road, you're going to see those fake screens and there's going to be verticals to take the ball down the field. And it's going to be up to Baker to hit those plays because that's something he has struggled with the vertical passing game. He had Tej Johnson for a walk-in touchdown, missed him, unfortunately, overthrew it. But I think Grizzard, with what he's dealing with, all the moving parts, I mean, you have to be happy with it. And I think there's only up from here, and that's what we're looking for. So, yeah, a lot of good things. I want to get to these comments here by Brutal as Bucks, who has been a known Baker admirer. I'll say admirer. He loves Baker. But yeah, Baker is definitely a completely different player, knowing when to run. And like Mark said, he's getting the ball out on time and out fast. 0 interceptions. That's huge. He also comments as has benefited from a great run game and O-line in the past. The injuries suck, but this is good for his progress. Could be crazy if we get healthy. Yeah, I mean, we're right there with you, and those are excellent and well said. So, yeah, I think once you get Tristan Wirfs back, and I said this on JC Allen's podcast, the sick podcast over there, the Pirate Parlay. Tristan Wirfs is so important to this team. Like, he is the MVP of the offense because he does so much for the unit because you don't have to worry about him. He's like Darrelle Revis, but at left tackle.
Sure.
You know what he's going to do. He's going to shut down his side, and you can commit all your resources to Charlie Heck and just hope to God that he doesn't blow it. And I mean, that's what you can do. And that's what's the benefit of Tristan Wirfs. He makes Luke Gedeke better. He makes everyone better on that offensive line. So I think getting him back is going to mean so much for Baker Mayfield and the offense. So, yeah, I mean, very exciting stuff to be 3-0. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, but of course we're gonna critique every damn thing. It's what we got to do. But
Right.
But I want to jump on what you just said there too. Like Leah, my daughter asked me yesterday. She goes, "Who do you think the best guy in the Bucs is? Like the current roster?" Because like they were going off of Derek Brooks and they're showing all the stars from the past. I go, currently, right now, I'd probably say Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah,
and that's with Mike Evans on the field. And I'm like, Wirfs is that damn good. Like,
he is.
He literally shuts people down. He's so consistent, and it's not just in the passing game; it's in the running game. He humiliates guys. Like literally, will throw you out of plays. And if there's a duo block, whoever the hell the first guy he has to duo with, it's gone. And then he's going to go attack a corner or something or a safety. They just fall. So it's like that whole side gets so much better. And then you just have trust. Okay, my blind side's okay. And then like we're talking like the second he probably comes back, you start developing that. Oh, instead of just doing the screen to Ibuka, where Mike's going to go block. Okay, Mike's actually going to go run out now and fake the block, and then you have the time to throw it. So it's like you're saying, Grizzard's probably thinking ahead, developing this, but it's more your personnel. You don't have the time to hold it to throw that just yet. But you're setting things up gradually because everyone knows our offensive line sucks right now.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, they're gonna have to get it out fast. Go first read. They're gonna throw these screens. Well, okay, keep thinking that, and then things develop off of that. So it's cool to know that they're going to start doing that, but it's more your personnel has to improve with it because it's a dream unless something happens like that because you can't do it unless you have the personnel to do it. Like last year with the defense, didn't have the dogs to run, right? And this year, knock on some wood, besides Kancey, we're doing fairly well on that defensive front. So just bring the dogs back on offense and guys in defense. Keep doing your stretches and hydrate, buddy. Keep doing your stretches and hydrate.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to Hassan Reddick, he was on the Buccaneers Monday radio show with Casey Phillips, and he talked about his game day routine, and he hydrates about 4 times before the game even starts. He's like, I get into the building, I have a bottle of water. I go out, I do some stretching, and then I come back in and have another bottle of water. And then he has another bottle of water after they come back in from their team warm up. And then he has another bottle of water before they go out into the game. So he's always hydrating. He talked about that in depth, and really excited about what he's bringing. I think, and that's something we'll get into the film study with Yaya Diaby. Yaya is getting so much single coverage that I think is helping him out a lot. He's not getting in much double teams, and he's finding ways to win his one-on-one matchups. But let's, before we get more into this game, I want to talk about just 2 plays. And let me see if I can get them up here. These plays here, we're just going to show the highlight catch here by Emeka Egbuka. And our offensive line did a great job on this. Pass protection was actually pretty good. But you'll see it here. Ibuka's lined up one-on-one with Sauce Gardner. And you have options. You got Mike Evans there going into the slot. He's going to dictate coverage. You see how much he draws attention. He's going to draw that safety down into the middle of the field. So Baker reads this right away, sees he's got the one-on-one matchup to Ibuka, and he's going to give him an opportunity to go make a play on this football. And that is just a hell of a catch. Like, I mean, just
That's a big doggy.
just nasty. And this is great, like, because this is something they practice, and that's what I was talking about yesterday on JC's show. It's like they practice these one-hand catches, and this is just translating to the game. So it's just awesome to see that, and just a hell of a play.
It's beautiful, man. Like, but give credit to where credit's due. Your O-line did enough to slow down their pass rush, right? But look who's staying in. You got Payne. Maybe Kate Otten went out, but Payne's over there helping out. So we got two tight ends on the field helping out with the pass rush. Enough time to where, like I said, Baker's reading this so quick. This guy's going to commit. Baker's like, okay, fine, this thing's coming out. Why the hell hold it? I know what my O-line is. I know what my guys can do. Fine, you're there. Ball's out. There's no point to think when I already saw you committed. And then the beautifulness of this catch. And then like you said, showed it right in front of Todd Bowles, right next to Chris Godwin, and saying, look, guys, you can trust me. 2 hands down. There's Chris Godwin right there. Excited. Opposite angle, like you mentioned earlier. Time to throw. Why? Guys are staying in there, helping out all day. BEA. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a great play. Again, you come out and basically this is 11 personnel because they sent the running back out wide, I believe, or maybe it was Sterling Shepard, but you had 2 tight ends in there. Like you said, you use Payne Durham to help in with your left tackle, help chip block, and got a one-on-one outside. And that's just, again, well executed, well placed ball where only your receiver can get it and make a great play. And now we'll move into the defense. This was, again, probably the play of the game and really helped the Buccaneers win this one because the Bucs needed to score on defense. And I just love the blitz concept and then Jamel Dean just baiting the quarterback, and he's going to show his good click and close here. You see him here. He's looking at the quarterback's eyes. He's reading this the whole way, and he's hoping he delivers this ball. And no stop, he focuses is in and makes the catch. Like he actually caught the ball, and he's taking it all the way for the score. And Bucs usually win a Super Bowl when this happens. So
usually,
let's hope history repeats.
Yeah, but also to the credit of the blitz concept, they ran this so damn much, and it worked every damn time. So like Jacob Parrish running in there, flying in a hole, gaping hole here. Every time he gets tripped up, though. I feel like every damn time just gets tripped up just slightly. Balls, but that is a hard throw to make. It's opposite hash all the way to the sideline. And yes, people are looking, why is Dean so far off? Because first of all, look at the down and distance they got to make. Understand where that's at. And then understand how far of a throw that is. But like you say, work your pressure with your coverage. So once he realizes this ball is going to get unloaded here, the arm's going back, he's clicking and closing. He's not going to think about it. I got to get to the guy, if not the ball. And once he meets it, this guy stopped. Fine, I'll take it for you. And he's probably one of the guys that looks so slow running, but he's actually booking it. It's almost like him and Chris Godwin. They don't look like they're running fast, but they are.
Yep, for sure. Again, just a great play. Overall, again, just I love this blitz concept that they continue to bring. Basically, rushing 5 doesn't look like it. It looks like they're only going to rush 3, but you got 2 extra guys coming in, and you can see how much confusion that created. Like the running back just got back in time just to get enough of Jacob Parrish there, and he disrupts the quarterback still. He makes the quarterback move a little bit. That delays the timing of the play, and it ends up allowing Jamel Dean to take this to the house.
Yeah, because you see so many white jerseys in the middle of the field. You're not thinking throw it over there. I mean, just throw it to the safer option right away. Not necessarily the safer option. Jamel Dean's out there when Buck fans think he's awful, but I guess The Jets found out he's not.
Yeah, and here's the reverse angle again, just showing what is happening with the blitz here, and again the coverage. You would like to see, I think, Stavrossi Dennis stay on 82 a little bit longer here. I don't know what's going on. Or no, that's Yaya. Sorry. So Yaya looks like he's supposed to take 82 and it doesn't really stick with him. And unfortunately, Tyrod doesn't throw it to that guy because he's wide open. But again, just a great play, great concept of the blitz. Almost works, and then it does work because you get the interception. So that played out really well.
Jason Light over here.
Yeah, he's like, go.
It's over there, Dean. Oh, I gotta love it.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, Jamel Dean, just fantastic. And he's been lights out so far this season. Again, he's been great in coverage, hasn't allowed many catches, hasn't allowed many yards. He's just been very strong, been good in run defense. Now we just got to find a way to get Zion McCollum play a little bit more aggressive as well. And that's something we'll discuss as we get later into the week. But a lot of good things overall. Buccaneers find a way to win, getting to 3-0. Just awesome stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the crucial plays that win you the game. Like you mentioned before, if Dean doesn't score a touchdown because all we could do is kick field goals or get a field goal blocked, then we don't win the game, right? Yes, a late field goal wins it, but Dean had us in the lead the whole time. We scored one touchdown offensively.
Yep.
Plus is field goal. So if you don't get that, you're not in the game or you're not in the lead majority of the game. So yeah, give respect where it's due. He's been doing good for 3 games. Yes, it's probably a ticking time bomb where people will start saying, see, he does suck. I think it's more respect his game with what he's doing right now. It's consistent. It's doing the right things. It's good in the running game. It's good in baiting. It's good in just being aggressive at the line. There's a lot of good things to Dean's game right now, and I think just ride the wave. I mean, yes, we all are knocking on wood because of the injury bug in general, but this is a guy that usually gets hurt. And that's why I made a point to say during the game, I'm like, Benjamin Morrison, I know everyone wants him to be out there. He's the young, new, shiny toy. But let him develop behind Dean, who clearly he's doing very, very well right now. And Benjamin Morrison had a good showing today or on Sunday as well. But you don't force it because the first tape I saw on him, he wasn't doing that great. They just didn't throw him the ball. Okay. So understand that you want to get a guy to develop slowly. Not everyone's Jacob Parrish. That guy's playing like a damn dog. He's doing everything well. But let's see. And I think I have really high praise for Benjamin Morrison. I think he's going to be a good player, but different being out on the outside on an island and being inside kind of with some help, and you can find ways to hide your limitations. But no, either way, the 2 rookies will eventually be on the field a lot, but let Dean do his thing right now.
Yeah, and again, the Buccaneers, I think they did their job. I think a lot of, experts or, just media overall, they were like, well, if the Bucs can be 2-2 after the first 4 games, you'll take that. And that's why, I always talk to you about this, Mark. The NFL is a week-to-week league. Teams change in a blink of an eye because of injuries, because of offensive coordinators not working out, because of player regression. Everyone was like, Atlanta's going to be good this year. They're going to be the team to win the division.
They were last year too.
Yeah. And it's like, well, Buccaneers are still pretty good, and they have won this division over the last 4 seasons, and they find a way to win against Atlanta. Again, going into Monday night against Houston, they're like, man, I don't know if our offensive line can block that pass rush, but yet again, Buccaneers found a way to win. Same thing with the Jets. Like, I know these teams right here, they are their combined record, I think, is 1-8, something like that. The Jets are 0-3, Houston's 0-3, Atlanta's 1-2. So yeah, 1-8 combined. Yeah, that's not great, but it's hard to win in the NFL. So to get 3 wins And also, you have to remember, I think Todd Bowles was, 2-6 last year in games less than a touchdown. So to win close games like we're seeing, that is a great sign. So really exciting stuff. Hopefully that continues. But as we look at the games ahead, this is where the meat and potatoes of the schedule really come to fruition. And we have our biggest tests coming up. The next 4, Philadelphia this week, and then you have Seattle. San Francisco, they just lost Nick Bosa. That's a tough loss for them. And then you have Detroit on Monday Night Football, and then New Orleans before the bye week. So Philadelphia, I think, this is going to be, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close because that's just how we've played them in the past. And Jalen Hurts is 1-4 versus us, and we've had success against him. We know how to stop Saquon Barkley. So it's just going to come down to what can this offense do for us? What can they do to manufacture points?
Yeah. I mean, because that's someone was saying like, oh, Jalen Hurts isn't going to do that. Like, because someone missed, where was it? There it is. G Vegas said, Tyrod couldn't see the safe route. Don't know. You can do that against Hurts. I know you just said it's a week-to-week league. There's progressions, there's regressions, but Todd Bowles has proved he knows how to kind of read how Jalen Hurts reads the field. And a lot of it is take away his run option to take away the play action fakes and then make it harder on him to read, to understand the field. Don't take away the first read.
Yeah.
Don't allow anything deep because he has a beautiful deep ball. We all know that. Make it do it. Devin White got an interception on this guy. Think about that. Devin White.
Yeah.
So, like, it's very much possible you can get him erratic and force the ball. So they've been in very, very close games too. Every one of their games have been close, right? Oh no, I think the second game they blew someone out. But I know they barely beat the Cowboys week 1. Yeah. Almost lost to the Rams last week.
Yep.
But I mean,
all their games have been close too. I mean, it was a close game against the Chiefs. They only won by 3. Yeah. So all of their games have been similar to ours. Again, they're just finding ways to make the plays. So,
I mean, just think about week to week. The Browns beat the Packers, and the Packers look like world beaters with Micah Parsons out there.
Yeah.
And then, oops.
Yeah. Yeah. Their offensive lineman said they were going to go undefeated.
Yeah,
I think that jinxed them right there. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. The big news, let me go back to here. Let me see if I can pull this up. But the big story on Sunday was the potential of Tristan Wirfs and Chris Godwin coming back this week. And I think that would be just gigantic for this offense, for this team. And hopefully we see that happen this Sunday. Again, they have to go through practice. They have to ramp up, hopefully get to full participation, and they can go on Sunday. But yeah, I think, here it is here by Adam Schefter. So let me pull that back up. So both Chris Godwin and Tristan Wirfs, they were ruled out, but they have a strong chance to make their season debuts next week. They're expected to get more practice reps this week, and if all goes right, no setbacks, then they are expected to go. And again, I would be okay if Chris Godwin doesn't play. I think Tristan Wirfs is the one that, if we're going to need somebody, that's the one you hope plays this week and gives you a big boost to that offensive line, especially the Eagles front. That's where they're strong at. You want to have your best guys up there to stop that front seven.
I mean, I second your sentiment. Plus, I mean, I'd like to have them both back, considering that Mike's likely down a few weeks. But I mean, like you just met, we've literally like talked it over and over and over again. He just, to me, he's the best player on the Bucs by himself. And if you get a guy at that caliber that you can use as a weapon, you don't want to have him overdoing it, but I don't think he's going to be on the field unless he knows he's ready to rock and roll. And Jason Light said it himself. He's like, we're not going to rush him back.
Yeah.
He's our blue chip. He's the guy we're going to count on for years and years and years. So I just think if he's back, we have a very much a chance to win that game. And the offensive line can actually look like a serviceable offensive line.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. I think that would just be huge for the team. And, to answer Corey Hall's question, yeah, I think Mike Evans most likely is out this week. I doubt the Buccaneers put him out there. I think even with a very minor hamstring strain, you just don't want to mess with that, even if it is not severe at all. Like it could be mild as mild could be. I think you still rest him and make sure that you're 100% because hamstrings are very funny. Like I've had them in my past when I was actually active and playing football. Like I thought I was fine. You go out and try to run full speed. It's not fine. You're not good. You end up making it worse. And then I couldn't play like for the next several weeks, and I was just upset because I couldn't have fun with my friends. So yeah, it's I couldn't beat Mark down the field on streaks. That was the problem because he would always match up against me, and then I would make one-handed catches over him. He would get upset about it. but fun times.
I'll say
yeah.
with Mike, learn from last year. Don't make it worse than it needs to be. I mean, the Super Bowl isn't tomorrow, so play the long game with Mike.
Yeah, I agree with Jeremy here. I think you let Tez do some things offensively, get him the ball in space, see what he can do. Shepard, same thing. You still have a Mecca who's going to be your number one receiver. Play into his strengths, do those different things. So I think definitely we can see that for Sunday. And if we have Chris Godwin, hell, even better. Like you can, monitor his snaps and play him, sparingly. And it just gives you a different thing for the Eagles defense to adjust to. But this should be a fun game. Again, Tom Brady's calling it. We were talking about that before the live stream. So that's going to be cool. And yeah, I mean, opportunity to be 4-0. And I'm looking at this schedule and I'll bring it back up. I think if you can find a way to win at least 2 out of these 4 games, that sets you up very pretty, because you would be 5-2 at that point and have an opportunity to be 6-2 if you beat the Saints. So 6-2, or at worst case 5-3 going into the bye. I think you feel pretty confident about that, especially with the second half schedule shaping up where basically those last 5 games very winnable, and you can find ways to win some of these games as well. So looking nice once things get right, especially after the bye week where you feel you're going to have most of your guys back into the fold.
Yeah, a couple of talking points though. So I saw, where was it? Bang, bang, bang. Boom. And the fan said defenses have adjusted, just good, clean, tough, hard-hitting football. I think he's just mentioning like the Bucs defense.
Yeah.
I think we got to give credit to where credit's due. Like we mentioned on the offseason, Bowles needs to show up. Your defensive coordinator at head coach, your defense needs to do something.
Yeah. I think the coaching has been really good so far. I mean, to deal what they're dealing with, it's been outstanding as far as the adjustments that he's making. I mean, we're seeing the tweaks that he was talking about, and he's showing it with secondary guys coming in, and that's something we'll touch on this week, especially in our Substack. Be sure to check out our Substack if you haven't joined yet. It's a money maker right now for us. So we're very happy about that, but we appreciate all the support, and go check it out. We have a great exclusive content out there with our film studies, and we're going to have more this week as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
No, but I was kind of mentioning with the defense though, on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
Their commitment to their stopping the run is back, and hands down it's back. And
they're going to be first in the league this year.
It's ridiculous how good they are. And it's not just Vita Vea, it's everyone. Everyone holding the edge, the cornerbacks crashing in, Jacob Parrish being a Billy Badass, and he playing a linebacker, rushing in from nickel, Ty Key, Antoine Winfield Jr. Yeah. They're all committing. And once one guy grabs you, 3 more are going to come hit you. And it's gang tackling. And I'm proud of that seeing on the film, but it's also just the way
No,
they're getting.
we can't say everyone. Can't say everyone, but yes, I agree. Most of them outside of
They
Logan
left
Hall.
name out.
Yeah, outside of Logan Hall, everyone is doing their job. Even though Logan had 2 good plays out of 20 on Sunday, he did make some stops against the run, so that is good. Hopefully, we continue to see that progression. But
Well, the
Elijah
flag
Rob,
gets one. The flag
yeah,
gets one. See, horse collar. Oh, never mind. It was just one.
Elijah Roberts is coming on strongly though, so I'm happy about that. We'll try to. Hopefully, we can do maybe a film study of him as well. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. I mean, like you said, I mean, the defense commitment, they're really forcing teams to be one-dimensional, throwing the football, and then they're making it tough with their disguises and coverage, guys coming in and then dropping out, playing inverted cover 2, cover 3 looks. We're seeing more man coverage. A lot of good stuff for this Buccaneers secondary, and I think it just shows you when Todd Bowles has healthy pieces in the secondary, he can be a mastermind like we have seen in the past. And people forget this guy's a former safety, former cornerback. So the secondary basically runs his defense. If the secondary is strong, he can do so many different things to really confuse the quarterback. And hopefully he dials up some good things against Jalen Hurts, where he's had a lot of success as well.
And Servasi is a dog in the running game. If he can get the flats down, the communication down on that, your middle of the defense looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
But run D, 100% better. So overall the defense, I just wanted to mention that. But one thing I heard on PFF today about offense and how we talked about this in the offseason, how Josh Grizzard may look a little bit more like the Dolphins offense, right? With motions and if we can get guys end arounds and stuff like that. The motion is similar to it. But the thing is, the Dolphins are 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
They can't get jack shit. And it's not like their personnel is that much better or worse than ours, considering our offensive line's in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Mike, but they have Tyreek Hill, who a formidable offensive weapon everyone's scared of. They have running backs, Anche, whatever his name is. So it's like, what is the difference? Is it truly just Baker over Tua, decision-making wise? Is it Baker's ability to move, or Tua just doesn't have that in his game as much? Like, because it's very similar offensive scheme. So why is it that we're doing so much better? Is it truly just the decision maker behind it as opposed to personnel?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a mixture of those things. I think when you look at it, I think it goes into play design. I think, again, quarterback decision making, quarterback timing with the receivers, so continuity with your team, but also like play situation and play call matter too. And we see this a lot. Coaching does matter. So it has an impact. And like, how are you finding completions? I think that was the biggest lesson we saw last year with Liam Cohen and Baker, finding him completions to find rhythm and find identity, throughout the game. But I think those are excellent points. I think all that plays into it. And it's about how can you simplify this? Like, I was watching the documentary on the Cowboys on Netflix, and like they were talking about how they brought in Norv Turner to come in, and they're like, we got to speed Troy Aikman up. Like, this guy's just way too slow. He's just slow with his delivery. Again, he's accurate as hell, but he's just slow getting the ball out. And they worked on his mechanics. They worked on getting the ball out faster. And they designed an offense where it was simple and it allowed the guys to play fast. And I think that's something that still reigns true to today. Like, you want to be able to go out there, play fast, not think, and it's just muscle memory that's taking over. And you're kind of seeing that with Baker Mayfield and this Buccaneers offense right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination. Also, we just talked about our defense is doing damn good right now We're really damn good against the run. Dolphins don't really have that. So it's a team game aspect of it. No interceptions is huge, right? So
no fumbles either. That's the biggest thing.
So it's just overall like that's a well-coached team. Like I know Mike McDaniels when he first started with the Dolphins, they were like, "Holy crap, this offense is amazing," but it's not like it's changed that much. Everyone's using the same stuff, and I don't know. I guess it was just a really good question that made me start thinking like, why is it working that much better? Is it because Baker's decision making is that much better than Tua's, or his ability to move? Because there's been clearly Texans game 4th and 10, he gets it with his feet.
Yeah.
Right? Or this last game gets a 33-yard rush. Tua ain't doing that.
I thought he was going to score. I mean, if he wasn't shoestring tackled, he would have taken it to the house, and I don't know what would have happened. Raymond James might have just exploded, like seriously. But yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to a lot of that. But when you look at like Tua and his interceptions, especially the last game that they played against Buffalo, like a lot of it is play design. It's like, where do you want this quarterback to go with the ball? Because again, he's making a read based off the defense. So he's expecting a certain player to be open, but the defense reads it because they did film study too. This is a play that they've run before. He knows where the football is going to go, picks it off. So that's not really Tua's fault. Like he's just making the read based off of pressure, based off of coverage. Unfortunately, it ends up being an interception. So all those things matter. And I think that's where you have to give credit to Grizzard and this offensive coaching staff. They're doing a good job of designing plays that is working well for Baker, working well for the offensive skill players, but also Baker at the same time, like you said earlier, he's just making the right reads. He's not forcing anything. Unlike that first game against the Falcons, where I think he was a little bit anxious, a little happy feet, a little bit forcing the football. Now we're not seeing that. He's playing much more disciplined, and he's playing just in rhythm of the offense and not trying to do too much. He's just taking what they're giving him, and I think that's the biggest factor.
I mean, any way you look at it right now, like the whole team in general is playing, I guess, error-free football and just limiting. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, which is from years past. We don't even know what the hell that means.
Yeah,
besides,
I mean,
with the flags, that was pretty damn ass.
Yeah, I think let's close it on that. Let's just talk about. I mean, these refs were god awful, like just awful. I mean, 14 flags. And I know you have to call holdings, and a lot of these were holdings. You know, Graham Barn got holding. Elijah Klein held on Quinnen Williams on the run to the outside. Haggard had a holding penalty. There's a lot of them. And yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. You also had some false start issues. You don't want to see those. So yeah, that has to be cleaned up. That has to be a lot better. But man, these refs made two really bad calls, especially in critical moments. The Allen Lazard catch, non-catch, it wasn't a catch. Should have been an incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. They don't get to 20 points right there. They're still at 13. It's a whole different game. And then the Ibuka sideline catch, that was a catch. That was clear as day a catch. And it should have been a play. Thankfully, the Buccaneers still made plays after that, but it's just like, how can you miss these plays where you have replay assist and it's clear as day evident that the calls should be what they should be, and you don't do anything about it to overturn it? So refereeing, especially in the NFL, it's got to be a lot better than it is right now, because we're seeing games getting changed because of this. Like even the Chiefs-Eagles game, the guy was clearly offsides on the tush push. The guards moved before the ball was snapped. Like, how do you not call that false start? Like, you have to do that. You have to call it false start, especially when you have replay assist to change the outcome. You should call that a flag. Like, it makes Makes no sense to me.
Oh, and there's also I forgot which quarterback. He has a YouTube channel, but he's like, the only thing that could be in the neutral zone is the ball. The center's over the ball. The guards are on the ball. It's like, you can't be doing that. The center has to hold it over here. You can't be on top of the ball and your whole head's over it. Like, clearly you're going to gain yards because you're before the ball. So it's frustrating. And one of the biggest ones to me was they called a holding on Ryan Miller.
Yeah.
And it was one of Bucky's big run plays that brought it back. I'm like, where?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Like, even the corner didn't even give a crap. It's like, oh yeah, damn it, I got caught in the trash. It wasn't even a hold. It was just he just got trampled by like the rest of the line. Like, dude, you can't call a hold on that. Like, you can't even see it. It's like,
a lot of tic-tac calls that were just bad. And then they were throwing flags and picking them up. So it's like, it just shows they were throwing flags just to throw them. They didn't care if they were right or wrong. Like, that kind of things, especially with refereeing, especially when you're a $1 billion company as the NFL is, you got to invest in these officials to be a lot better than they have been, because I mean, we know it as Bucs fans. We've seen a lot of bad ref calls and refereeing from our time. I mean, like it's ridiculous what we saw on Sunday. So hopefully that gets corrected and we see a much better officiated game on Sunday against the Eagles. So we know there's going to be some questionable calls in that one just because it is the Eagles and they're going to get some favoritism for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
But let's see. We're a good tush-push defense. I guess we're one of the few that can prevent it. And if Simmons can be in there too, that guy's just as big as Vita Vea. Maybe not height, but he's got that weight. Well, hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. Hopefully it's not a 1 yard gainer. Like Todd Bowles said, like, we're not going to sign Desmond Watson just for the tush push prevention. Like, you gotta be able to play the whole game or find a way to get on the field. If we sign him, he's not even going to be able to play. So like, let's see overall the game. Like, I just looked, Jalen Hurts doesn't even have an interception this year either. He may have had that fumble against the Rams, but no interceptions, just 3 touchdowns. And his passing numbers don't look great either, but guess what? They're winning games.
Yeah, they're winning. Again, Saquon Barkley is, definitely good in the red zone. He's a scoring machine. So you have to be ready for that. They're going to have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith in this one. That's 2 receivers we didn't play last year in that blowout win against the Eagles. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different for the Eagles because we're going to actually have a pretty much healthy defense. So that's a great sign. I'm hoping Logan Hall is inactive and we call up Jason Jones, but that's probably not going to happen. But it's okay. It's all right. Maybe one day Jason Jones will get up here and take over because I think that guy's a stud. Like, he can stop the run today. Like, he's an elite run defender. I would love to see him get called up, but I really like what I'm seeing from Elijah Roberts and Greg Gaines as well. I think Greg is actually having an underrated season so far. So hopefully he can keep up that play. But other than that, I think we covered pretty much everything, guys. We appreciate everyone in here. If you're over on Twitter, be sure to jump over to YouTube, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Again, we appreciate everyone that joined us. It was awesome. A lot of things to digest and go over as we get into this week and getting ready for the Eagles game. I'll be sure to have some preview videos out there. I know yesterday I threw out the live film study kind of at the last minute. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that if you checked it out. But yeah, it's going to be fun just seeing this team and see what they can accomplish. And hopefully we can avoid the injuries this week. Like, just turn those things off. Like, we don't need any more. Like, let's stay healthy. But yeah, please, again, thank you all. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment. What do you guys think of the game? What are you expecting for this Eagles matchup? What are you looking forward to most? We'd love to hear from you guys. And again, if you're not on our Substack, please, we We appreciate. Go subscribe to that Substack. It's in the link below in the description. You can subscribe for free, or if you want to join the exclusive content, you pay $5 a month, or you can pay $50 for the year, and you have exclusive content for an entire year. So really a great deal, great value. Also, we have exclusive content on our YouTube channel. You can join our YouTube channel for, I think it's $3.99. So we have a lot of good stuff on there as well. But Mark, any last words before we get out of here?
No, another hard-fought win, another great game, stressful, but a win nonetheless. You're 3-0. You're going against another 3-0 team this week. So savor the fun and get ready to go back into battle next week and see if we can move to 4-0.
All right, sounds good. Hope everyone has a great night. Go Bucs, and we'll see you on the next one.